What if the biggest retirement decision you'll ever make is not just how much you save, but where you plan to spend it? Because for a lot of Filipinos abroad, especially here in Canada, retirement is not just a money question, it's also a location question. Do you stay in Canada for the safety net and healthcare, or do you go back to the Philippines where your money might stretch a lot further? Because a lot of people talk about retiring in the Philippines like it's an automatic cheat code. But I keep thinking, is it really cheaper, or are you sometimes trading a high cost of living in Canada for a much bigger healthcare and cash flow risk in the Philippines? So in this video, I'm not trying to romanticize either option. I just want to talk about what stood out to me, where I think the real trade-offs are, and why this is not just a cost of living decision. So first, credit where it's due. This video is inspired by the latest 2026 retirement conversation in Canada, including survey reporting that showed the average millennial has saved only about 126,000. 64% say they feel anxious about their financial future, and 59% say they don't feel financial secure by BMO. And honestly, I understand why. Because if you're trying to build a retirement in Canada right now, it can feel like the math is always moving against you. Housing is expensive, groceries are expensive, everything feels heavier. So I get why many Pinoys start thinking, what happens if I just retire in the Philippines instead? Because on paper, that can look very attractive. But for me, the real question is not, saan mas mura? The real question is, saan mas bagay ang pera mo sa life na gusto mong mabuhay? Because those are not always the same thing. Kasi in reality, retirement comfort is not just about the number. It's about purchasing power, healthcare, and lifestyle fit. So, what stood out to me first, yes, your money can stretch more in the Philippines. I think this is the part that makes the dream feel so attractive. If you've spent years earning in Canadian dollars or building retirement assets in Canada, the idea of bringing that spending power to the Philippines can feel powerful. And in many cases, totoo naman, a modest lifestyle in the Philippines can cost much less than a modest lifestyle in Ontario or in other parts of Canada, especially outside major luxury zone. So on a pure spending level, your money may go further. That's real. But I think where people get carried away is when they stop the analysis there. Because lower everyday costs do not automatically mean lower retirement risk. That's where the conversation gets more interesting. Second, Canada and the Philippines are not giving you the same kind of safety. This is probably the biggest thing that stood out to me. In Canada, if you qualify, CPP is a monthly retirement pension for life. That's in Canada. And for the OAS, you may still receive it while living outside Canada if you meet the residency rules, usually at least 20 years in Canada after age 18 for a payment abroad or through a social security agreement in some cases. So even if in Canada is expensive, there's still a structure underneath. CPP, OIS, and depending on your situation, other supports. Now compare that to the Philippines. Yes, PhilHealth exists and its purpose is to help protect Filipinos from the financial burden of medical care. PhilHealth's own 2024 annual report says exactly that, but that is not the same thing as having a broad public healthcare safety net that removes most of your risk. So for me, this is the first big truth. The Philippines may be the lifestyle upgrade, but Canada may still be the security upgrade. And that's a very different conversation from saan mas mura. Third, retirement in the Philippines can be amazing if you prepare for the medical side. I think this is the part people underestimate. A lot of people imagine lower cost of living, more help, more family, better weather, slower pace, and honestly, all of that can be true. But if your retirement plan in the Philippines does not have a serious healthcare plan built into it, then the whole thing becomes more fragile. Because one major illness, one hospitalization, one long term care need, that can change the whole equation. So I would never frame the Philippines plan as mas mura. So automatic better. I'd frame it as possible better lifestyle, but only if your medical and cash buffer strategy is strong. That feels more honest. Mukhang lifestyle is not the same as secure ang retirement. Fourth, maybe the real answer is not either or. Ito yung part na talagang tumatama sa akin. The more I think about it, the more I feel like the best retirement strategy for many global Pinoys may not be Canada only or Philippines only, maybe some kind of hybrid strategy, meaning keep your Canadian base benefits and structure, but spend more time in the Philippines for lifestyle, family, and lower living costs. When it makes sense, not everyone can do that. Of course, but I think it's worth saying because too many people frame this decision like one country must win. Maybe the smarter question is, how do I combine the strength of both? I agree that retirement in the Philippines can make a lot of sense for some people, especially if your spending is modest, your expectations are realistic, you're not chasing an imported luxury lifestyle, and you care a lot about family, familiarity, and community. I also agree that the emotional side matters because retirement is not just about numbers, it's also about daily quality of life, community, weather, pace, and whether your environment supports the life you want. Where I'd be more careful is when people use the Philippines plan as an escape from weak planning. Because moving countries does not magically fix low savings, no system, bad spending habits, no healthcare plan, or vague retirement math. If your retirement is shaky in Canada because the planning is weak, sometimes moving to the Philippines just changes the currency of the stress, not the stress itself. So I would never frame this as leave Canada and you're solved. I'd frame it as choose the Philippines because it fits your strategy, not because you're running away from the math. So the part I think people miss is retirement is not just about maximizing exchange rates or stretching pesos. It's about reducing uncertainty because what people really want in retirement is not just cheaper groceries, cheaper labor, cheaper housing. What they usually want is less stress, more freedom, a better daily life, not being a burden, and confidence that one bad event won't wipe them out. So for me, the deeper question is not where can I where can my money go further? It's where can my money support the life I actually want without creating a new kind of fear. That to me is the better question. Hindi sapat na mas malayo ang makating ng pera mo. Kailangan kaya rin niyang buhatin yung life na gusto mo. This so these are the questions that naturally came to mind. If you had retirement assets today, would you feel more secure in a higher cost system with more public structure or a lower cost lifestyle with more personal cash risk? How much of your retirement dream is actually about lifestyle and how much is really about security? And if you're a global Pinoy, does your ideal retirement look like more like one country or hybrid between two worlds? So, what I take from, if I had to reduce this into practical takeaways, I'd say this. One, lower cost of living is real, but it's not the whole answer. Yes, the Philippines can give you more spending power, but retirement is not just spending question. It's also a medical question. Two, Canada gives structure. The Philippines may give lifestyle. If you qualify, CPP is for life, and OAS can still be paid abroad if you meet the residency requirements. That makes Canada hard to dismiss entirely. Even if you don't want to live there full time forever, its systems still matter. Third, a hybrid strategy may be more realistic than an extreme one. For many people, the best path may be building Canada, protect benefits, then enjoy more lifestyle flexibility in the Philippines later. That won't fit everyone. But I think it's a smarter frame than pretending retirement has to be 100% one place or the other. Or healthcare is not a side issue if your Philippines retirement plan does not have a serious healthcare strategy, then the plan is incomplete. Not bad, just incomplete. Retirement is not just where your money grows more, it's more it's where your life feels safer and better supported. So this is not an escape to the Philippines video. And it's definitely not Canada bad, Philippines good. This still takes planning, cash flow, clarity, benefits, awareness, healthcare, preparation, and a real understanding of the life you want. And honestly, I think that's the danger of retirement fantasy. People imagine the scenery, they forgot the systems. Don't move because you're escaping Canada. Move because you're choosing a strategy. So, I'm not here to tell you one country is the right answer. I'm just sharing what stood out to me after thinking through the real trade offs. And for me, the biggest takeaway is this: the best retirement plan is not just about lower costs, it's about the right combination of lifestyle, security, and flexibility. And for many global Pinoys, that may not be an either or answer. It may be a custom answer, a personal answer, a hybrid answer. Retirement is not just one size fits all mountain. If you want to start preparing for a more global retirement strategy, first one, start simple. Define your modest number. What does your actual comfortable lifestyle cost? Not the headline lifestyle, your real one. Two, know your benefit base if you're in Canada. Understand what CPP and OAS may actually mean for you, especially if you may live abroad later. Third, price the medical risk if the Philippines is part of your plan. Don't just price the lifestyle, price the healthcare risk too. Four, think in terms of systems, not fantasy. Don't ask only where is life cheaper. Also ask where is my retirement more resilient. Bagong retirement dream, unahin muna yung strategy. Ikaw. If you had enough to retire soon, would you choose a simple, more structured life in Canada or a more comfortable lifestyle in the Philippines with more direct cash risk? And what matters more to you in retirement? Healthcare, security, or everyday quality of life? Comment mo nga. Curious din ako what your real exit plan looks like. If you want, if you just want simple, real talk about money, follow along. We break it down so we can build wealth step by step, hindi instant, pero posible.